Hello friends, welcome back for some more Olympus Chosen. So, that was quite the unexpected victory over the Oozing Grove, and I've realized that what I had done before attempting it was I went through the level up for Ate, and I'm not sure if I'm able to actually take a look at her cards again. No, I'm not. But I ended up taking, let's see, there's nothing I can click on that would allow me to show it. So what I'm going to do is I will show her level up at the end of this video now. And that way you get an opportunity to see the choices that I made to bring her up to level 8, I think. And for the ability card as well as for her attack modifier and the choices that I like, the reasons why I went through that. Now, Ate has gone. It is a little sad to see her go. She was here since the beginning, but she has finally figured out, or at least found a little bit more information on the thin spaces or thin places, and is able to move on by herself. The poll went out for the choice for position number 3 between the Mind Thief and the Night Shroud. As I decided, those two would be the next two that I would choose between for that position, and it was a lot closer than I thought. At the very beginning, I think the first 10 votes or so, it was heavily in the Night Shroud's favor. And it did not stay heavily in his favor for very long, actually. There are a lot of Mind Thief fans out there, or perhaps they just think that the Night Shroud is too powerful and wanted to give somebody else a chance. Maybe, I'm not sure why people were choosing the Mind Thief. Hey, I love the Mind Thief, but the Night Shroud, come on, right? So, very close vote. Again, it was nearly 50-50. I think it was 52% at the time that I'm going to be, that I am recording this. So, we're going with the Night Shroud. The strengths here are powerful execution abilities, can use invisibility to avoid damage, and uses dark to enhance his abilities. Weaknesses, poor ranged options, but that's fine. And this is a more heavy damage melee build in particular. And this is fine for the position that I'm going with for him. Doesn't assist allies very much. That sounds like Ate, doesn't it? And finds making friends this is basically Ate if she was an Aether, which this being is an Aether, by the way. So the same thing as Hail, an Aether. As for a little bit of lore about Aethers, thought to once be human, Aethers were an intellectual society that delved too deeply into their studies of transplanar travel. Something went horribly wrong. They now live an eternal existence trapped between the planes, forced to forever witness infinite realities at once. Aethers stay out of the mundane goings-on of the other races and interact as little as possible. Their thirst for knowledge, however, is insatiable, and are willing to use their powers of shifting reality to further this pursuit. With the proper concentration, they can summon anything imaginable into existence. So, it is thought that they were once human, and that through some experiment on interplanar travel, that something has kept them into this purgatory, but they use it to their advantage. And the Night Shroud uses this in a very specific way. just outright killing enemies, which is what Ate was pretty good at doing. So we will be selecting this class now. And with that thought in mind, I think the name Erebus fits the Night Shroud perfectly, as he is the god of darkness. And his home is the space, the darkness between Earth and Hades. So not only is Erebus a god, but in that kind of thought, he is also interplanar. It is also interplanar. This place, Erebus, is not just the god, but is also the place between the two planes of Hades and of Earth. So, I think that fits him perfectly. We're going to have a lot of fun with the Night Shroud. As for his personal quest, why does Erebus move between the planes? Why does he come to the Earth plane, or the Earth-like plane, I guess, the Gloomhaven plane, to aid? Why does he want to aid them? We can take back the trees, or Lawbringer. So, take back the trees or Lawbringer? I'm not so sure. Is his existence really bent on the fact that bandits and cultists need to be eradicated? Maybe these cultists have been messing with his planes for too long, or maybe his one plane for too long. Or taking back the trees, which is to complete 3 different scenarios in the Dagger Forest. It says the objective is 1 of 3 already. So I don't think that's necessarily true. I think we need to go back and do 3 with him. So I'm actually interested in seeing more about this. Do we need to go back and do 3? I mean, I assume we should, right? It says objective 1 of 3, complete 3 different scenarios in the Dagger Forest. Oh, okay. I think I understand this now. So basically, we have to go complete 3 different scenarios in the Dagger Forest. That's our first objective. And then there's an objective 2 and 3. I don't know. I think this is an interesting thing, and I don't know if I actually remember what the Inferno Blade design is. I kind of want to check it out by going for Lawbringer, because I think that I can tie Cultist to the to Erebus more cleanly than I can go for Take Back the Trees. Why would he want to come to this plane in order to just take back the trees? Okay. Complete 3 different scenarios in Dagger Forest, then unlock the Foggy Thicket and follow it to its conclusion. So yeah, there's 1, 2, and then potentially a third, or there's a third thing that happens afterwards. So maybe it's 2 scenarios after we do 3 in the Dagger Forest, but I'm going to skip out on this one, even though I really want to unlock the Angry Face or Tribal Face, because I really enjoy that one. I want to check this one out, Lawbringer. This one doesn't unlock a new class, so that means we're stuck with the classes that we have unlocked already or in the future. And I'm going to go for it, Lawbringer. This unlocks a quest, the Inferno Blade design, which allows us to just purchase it after, and then 1 prosperity, of course. So, there's only order and chaos there. I think that is actually very fitting, as Erebus is believed to be one of the 5 children of chaos, if I'm remembering that correctly. I think so. So, yes, there is only order and chaos, that which is tamed and controlled, and that which has yet to be. Gloomhaven is chaos that needs to be controlled, and the first place to start is the rampant lawlessness of the surrounding wilds. Of course, the vermlings don't know any better, but humans who go against the laws of man deserve no sympathy. That fits him perfectly. He needs to take back control, or help take back control for Gloomhaven's sake, in order to save the plane. There we go. All right. Well, what does this button do up here? Does that do anything? It doesn't look like it. So, welcome Erebus to the Olympus Chosen. We do have to go through some level ups. Now, I kind of broke my one and only rule. Not only, but one of my tiny rules. Mostly just so I don't look ahead. But I wanted to kind of speed this up a little bit. And what I'm going to do is, as we level up through these three, I'm gonna speak a little bit about the two cards as normal, and then just make the choice. I'll try not to go as in depth as I typically do about possible combinations and things like that. I'll just discuss what I like about the cards, and go from there. We do bring him up to level 4 because of this. So at the moment we are level 3. We'll see if that changes. I'm not sure. Prepare for the kill. This is one of my favorite cards for Erebus in particular. It's an attack 2. It's a move 2. Those aren't so powerful by themselves. Of course, these are just default. But being able to bring darkness in no matter what you do, this is exactly why I did this for Ate. I was thinking about this card in particular. A very flexible card. I want to be bringing in darkness. Do I move or do I attack? And I can do either, as long as I pair this card with another card, you know, and it can be any card at that point. It doesn't have to be infusing darkness. It can be doing anything I want. So, extremely flexible and extremely fast with an initiative of 7. Soulfire, attack 1 at range 3 with wound. Adds stun if you are invisible. Now, again, this, you might think, no doubt, hey, we're able to go invisible pretty often. Let's see here. If we consume darkness, we can go invisible. Let's see. There's more than this. Come on. Wings of Night is an X card. Attack 1, go invisible. And I guess that's it so far, but that changes later. We get to go invisible quite a bit. And we have cards like this. Attack 3, add 2 if you are invisible. Okay? So instead of where Erebus, or with Ate, where she was needing to be adjacent to one of her allies, or keeping track of where the allies and enemies were, he doesn't need to. He just needs to go invisible and be infusing darkness a lot. But with and the bottom ability being attack 6 and curse. The one thing that I don't like about this, and it does burn, is the curse comes, it comes after the attack 6. If I'm going to be burning a card or an attack 6, I'm wanting that attack to kill that enemy. And if it's dead, it won't be able to be cursed. So I'm not too excited about that. That's the way that I've understood it. Since playing digital, actually, when I played the board game, I didn't realize that if the enemy is dead, it can't be cursed. But just like wound and poison, if it's dead, then you can't wound it. You can't poison it. It's already dead. So you can't curse it either. And I never realized that until playing Digital. So that was a rule that I broke frequently in the board game that I will never do again. I'm so sorry, Isaac Childress. So anyway, this is a good card if you want to go invisible often and you are able to wound and stun enemies. That's great. 85, kind of slow, but if you're invisible, it doesn't matter what your initiative is. If you go later, then you become visible later in the round, and you can then go invisible again early the next round. So it's not that big of a problem. But I take prepare for the kill all the time. As I said, this is I think an extremely important card for the way that I play Erebus or the Night Shroud. This is an extremely card for him. Level 3. Yep, we have 2 more level ups after this. Or 1 more level up after this. Terrorblade. Attack 3, push 3. This opens up a lot of interesting tactics for traps. They can be pretty far away. Push 3 moves halfway across a lot of rooms. And if there's any traps in that room, you're pretty good chances of hitting that. So an initiative of 17 with a bottom ability of move 4, all attacks targeting you gain disadvantage this round. I typically take this card, but I'm going to take this card this time. And I don't know if I've ever taken this card, and I don't know why that I never have, actually, now that I think about it. I do like Terrorblade, but look at this. Attack 4, consume darkness, you can heal 4, which is good. I don't typically put him in that situation to need a lot of healing, but if he needs it, he's got to heal 4 right there. Consuming darkness, which we can do. We can have darkness in very frequently, right? But the bottom ability here, initiative 23, bottom ability is shield oneself and infuse darkness again. And it's really interesting because there's a lot of times where smoke step is exactly what I was thinking of. Move 1, where I didn't need to move. And in Digital, I don't know if they fixed this, but you don't infuse the element if you don't move. So you have to move in order to infuse that element. I don't know if that's actually true, and I don't know if Digital does that anymore. I know that they did that in the past. But what's good about both of these cards is that there's a consume and an infuse. So extremely flexible. Do I want to consume or infuse? Or I could be doing something like this and then infuse it, like make an attack very strong, a top ability strong, and then infuse darkness again in the same turn, which is exactly why I love prepare for the kill. You can consume and infuse for the next turn. So I'm going to be taking Armor of the Night. That attack 4, sure, this attack 3 with push 3, that's really good. A move 4 is really good. But he's already pretty mobile anyway, so I'm going to go for Armor of the Night. This way, if I know I don't need to move, I can make an attack and still infuse darkness and actually gain a shield. That's pretty cool by itself as well. One more time. Whoops. Level 4. Nightfall. At the end of your next 3 turns, when darkness is not strong, infuse it. Okay, that's cool. That's pretty similar to Electrona's, where she has this, but it goes for 5 turns, I think. But I have not used that. I haven't put it to use. An initiative of 73, so again, pretty late. But since we have things like 9 and 7, you know, we can pair this to go really early if we want to. But it does open up that door. Do we want to be going late or do we want to be going early? Bottom ability, move 3, attack 2. That by itself, pretty decent. To be able to move and attack, no matter top ability or bottom ability, is good. If it's a top ability, you can move up, make an attack, use a bottom ability to move away. But in this way, a bottom ability, you can move up, make an attack, and then make another attack using a top ability, or using a top ability anyway, of something else. So, you know, well, in this case, we could move 3, attack 2, move 3, attack 1. Yeah, so there's a lot of abilities here where, you know, make an attack, but you can move, make an attack, and then attack again. And that's pretty decent. But we have Electrona here, and we would want to consume light to make it an attack 3, and then also infuse darkness. Now, I've played the board game with Electrona and Erebus together, and they have an interesting seesaw effect. If you can make it work, then Nightfall for the Night Shroud, and I'm blanking on this one. I just had it, but you can kind of piggyback off of each other. Hey, I don't need darkness this round. Go ahead. And then Electrona, or the Sunkeeper, uses it to infuse light while making, I think, her attack muddled or something like that. We'll take a look here. But the other choice is the one I'm going to be going for, Grim Sustenance. Attack 2, add plus if you are invisible. Add +2 attack if you're invisible, and then go back invisible again. That by itself is so great. I don't even care what the bottom ability is at that point. That top ability is so fun to be able to run up, you're invisible, you attack for 4, get some XP out of it, and then go right back to invisible again. It is so fun. Of course, your teammates probably don't appreciate it if you're invisible the entire time, but come on. What else? What else is he gonna do? That's his job. Run around, be invisible, and take enemies out really quickly. So you don't want to be visible, because in this case, the Night Shroud, which is different from the Scoundrel, is the Scoundrel needs her allies to be in particular places. The Night Shroud, not so much. He can just go off on his own and take enemies out, being invisible the whole time. And this is why I will take this card, Grim Sustenance. The loot on the bottom with also infusing darkness comes in handy from time to time, sure. That means that you're not going to be moving, but come on, like, attack because you're invisible and then go invisible again. It is just such a hard card to let go. Now, where can I... So I'm... Maybe if I didn't have Electrona, I would even... Maybe I would consider this, but I don't know. I still don't think that that bottom ability is as good as the top ability here, enough to convince me otherwise. So, I get it. Move 3, attack 2. That by itself is pretty decent. Electrona, her Daybreak, there it is. Attack 3, making an attack 4. And you're muddling. This one is even less exciting because it's an attack 4 if you have darkness. The other one is a move and attack. So I think the other one is more exciting than this one. But I use it more for the bottom ability anyway, so... I also have Illuminate the Target. I have Gas Canister. And then I have some of these perks to go through. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to cut away. I'm going to put all the cards in and take these available perks. And I'll be back to make any explanations as necessary. Here it is, folks. So I've taken out Black Knives, Empowering Void, Invigorating, Enervating. Why can't I say this word? Is this a word? Enervating? Wound, and Silent Force. And I've brought in Wings of Night, and of course our 3 new cards. So Black Knives, I like this card. During your next 4 attack actions while invisible, the problem is that he doesn't have a whole lot of ability cards. So if this goes out, then that really increases his chances of exhausting, and that's fine. If he's doing the work and exhausts before the end, or very close to the end, sure. But the persistent abilities for somebody that only has 9 cards, I have a very hard time of using them. So I just don't do it. The attack on the bottom, sure, that's great. The problem with this is that there's no darkness at all, being infused or consumed. Yes, there's an ability, this top ability is using invisibility, but I'm just not into it. So Cloak of Shade, here we go. We're consuming to stay invisible and infusing to make an attack. It's just an attack 1, but hey, we are infusing. I typically use it for the bottom ability, of course, but I think this can be useful in times. Empowering Void, I totally get it, and I know I'll probably get some people saying that they love this card. I just don't use it all that often. A move, or an attack 2, double the move. That's great. You don't even need to attack. You can just use the double the value of all your move abilities this turn. You can just do that. And in a way, that's really helpful, because if you want to move 8, here you go, move 4 times 2. But the more important part, I think, is the move to double the attack of your, or double the value of your attacks abilities this turn. This would be really good, actually, in combination with Illuminate the Target. This would make it an attack of 12. But I would have to make sure Electrona goes before Erebus. Now, this is not over. I see the potential in this, believe me. But I'm going to go with what I have now, and if I decide that I'm missing this card or I want to bring it back, then I'll do it. I'm just testing some things out here. This is going to be bringing in darkness while muddling. That's nice, but the move 3 curse, if I end up dropping a card to bring Empowering Void, it's probably Doom Breeze. I'm not a big cursor, but this ranged attack while muddling can save. Sometimes I'm more interested in the infusing darkness as much as possible. Enervating Wound is what I'm going to go with. That's great. Sure, not too excited about it because it burns. The move 4 is really nice, so this is one of those cards. I can always use it as a move 4, but I'm going to skip it for now, and I'll continue why. This, I think everybody needs this in their deck, and if I don't have any more normals to work with, then I've got a move 6 that I can burn with it, while also infusing darkness. I think that's great. This is good for the first and second room. When you open up that last room, maybe I need a move 6 instead. We'll see. Dancing Shadows. This is kind of why I'm not taking Enervating Wounds move 4, because a move 3 on top with an attack, this will get him across a room or down a long corridor pretty quickly. Like a move 3 or 4 somewhere, and then another move 3 here. Or if I don't need to move at all, then I can just use this and infuse darkness. Silent Force. I really like this one, but I'm going to take Grim Sustenance and replace that together, altogether. So Silent Force, yes, it's a move 6 with a loot. Sure, that's cool. This is really good, but come on. Make that attack and stay invisible is amazing. Smoke Step. I really like Smoke Step. It has consuming and infusing darkness, while also having a move 3 attack 4 on the top ability when used correctly. I typically use it for the bottom though, funny enough, because I want to be infusing and consuming like every single round. Maybe you'll see that today. Wings of Night, make an attack, mostly just to go invisible. This is cool, but I don't. During your next 4 attack actions, perform move 2 as the first part of the action. Probably won't use it very often. We'll have to see though. This is really cool, particularly with this teleport action. You can just move anywhere. That's pretty nice. And this attack is huge, but they are both burns. I would be using them for this and this for the most part, and until I find a reason to use it to burn. But 9 cards, don't really want to be burning too many cards. Dark Cloud with that curse is great. Oof. Hard for me to pass it up, but I'm not a cursing kind of guy, so I pass that up. Advice this. I promise we're getting there. Gas Canister is replacing Flamethrower. And Electrona. Illuminate the target. This might change in the future. Cautious Advance. I'm dropping that top shield ability. That might change. I might bring this back and drop something else instead. I could still drop Empowering Command, and I see a reason why to do it. But I really like this bottom ability, and if she doesn't need to move, she can make an attack, and somebody else can make an attack. But if I don't find that that's happening very often, I might drop Empowering Command for that shield. Because Hephaestus now has Gas Canister, and I feel like I'm going to be using Gas Canister for Erebus quite frequently. So, cool. Alright. Well, I think that's enough talking for now. Let's do the city encounter and then jump into the pit. Oh, and I have to go to the merchant and the blessings store to spend the money that we've received. All right. After a night of revelry at the Sleeping Lion, you head out into the streets and notice a suspicious man in black robes skulking toward an alleyway. You've been hearing reports of a cult inside the city calling themselves the Ravens and performing all sorts of terrible acts. Perhaps this is one of them. Ooh. Follow the man in an attempt to discover the Raven's lair. Yes. You know what? I mean, Erebus just joined us. This is perfect. There's no way we're passing this up. Using the night like a cloak, you follow the man unseen and unheard. Eventually he stops at a small dwelling nestled under the west wall of the city. Sacrifice pit. You know what? I said we'd be jumping into a pit. Which pit are we going to be jumping into? Oh man, this is such a great chance to open up the welcoming of Erebus. Erebus has come in and said, hey, you know, I have found this place, the Sacrifice Pit, and the Ravens are in charge. Does Electron and Hephaestus want to follow him immediately? Or are they more interested in their claims from payment due? You know, this is tough. This is tough. I think if it was Ate in this position, she would say, no. We're gonna go collect my dues. This is more important than who is this guy. But this needs to be done. I'm not going to the pit. I'm so sorry. We have to collect or figure out what this is and stop the Ravens immediately. But, of course, before we do that, let's head over to the merchant and see about spending some money. He's still not there. I mean, no, even if I sold this... okay. I was looking at this like, how all of a sudden is our reputation that bad, but now I'm understanding what's going on. The reputation has increased. That minus is the amount has decreased, the buying price, because it has our reputation is at 3. I believe from -2 to 2, there is no reputation modifier, but for the merchant. But beyond that, there is a modifier for purchasing. If your reputation is in the negative, you know, things become more expensive. They don't want to deal with you as much. So, and then interestingly enough, we have both of them. If you reach -20, you unlock the Night Shroud. And if you reach 20, you unlock the Sunkeeper. These things are known when you're playing the board game, not so much known here. So I figured I'd share that because I think it is interesting information that is available, so should be made available here. But I understand why they don't do that. So anyway, let's see here. She doesn't need anything, so I would like to get the major healing potion, as I've been talking about before. It's now 29, so I could sell the minor healing potion. And if I sold it, I would get 5 gold back and would be able to afford this. But I am, where is it? I said this and never found it. There it is. So I think I'm going to continue with what I've got here. The minor healing potion is 3. That's perfectly fine. When she reaches level 7, she'll be able to hold something else. And in that case, we can grab another healing potion. We'll just have 2 healing potions. Plus the steel ring. I think that's great. So we're going to stick with everything for Electrona. But we are going to go to here. Bless her. We'll just eventually get there some point around the time, probably when she's level 7, that she can purchase something else. Oops. We do have an extra pocket in our cloak of pockets and a hand available. The Nightblade is available, and Everest might like this. I was thinking of getting this Nightblade for Ate. That was kind of my plan long ago, and I was kind of getting her prepped for it by putting Darkness Infuse on that card, and I decided, kind of going against using Nightblade and just using Darkness for that other one. That was a +4 for that other attack, making an attack of 8. But I could have used the Nightblade too. I don't know if I'm going to do that with Erebus, but we could give him a heater shield. Most of the stuff here that I'm interested in are melee weapons or two-handed, so I'm not too interested in most of it. So I think I'm going to skip out again, but 30, something for 20 would be wonderful for him so that we can still buy some more blessings. But we've got a stamina, power, stun, and steel ring. We can also go for a mana potion with him, and he can just help the others. But I probably won't do that. I think we'll continue. I think that the Doomed Compass, Falcon figurine, or Ring of Skulls would be really good for him. That way he could either summon something or force somebody to move too. That could be interesting, using traps and things like that. So I'll keep going with Feistus, but again, let's get him blessed. Okay, we've moved on to the next level of devotion. Your continued donations have been a true boon on the sanctuary and to the city as a whole. This will surely have a noticeable impact in the city, but rest assured we could always use more. Yeah. As always. So prosperity increases. But we're still, okay, we're still 4. We still have 4 more to go until it reaches prosperity of 5, or the Gloomhaven wealth of 5. I was wondering if I should have done this before bringing Erebus in. We need to keep an eye on this for the next one. If I can get devotion up to 5 before bringing in the next one, then we'd have a wealth of 5 so that they would come in at level 5. So we just have to, that's something else to keep in mind. But this might take me a minute, so I'll be right back. Okay, so I bought one thing without really looking around, but I think it's kind of something that I really want for him, and that's the Eagle Eye Goggles. I want him to be attacking at advantage with some major attacks, so I'm going to take that. That was kind of a splurge without thinking about the other options. And the other splurge was the major stamina potion, which brought him down to 17 gold, which means I can't really buy too many other things at this time. But the Cloak of Invisibility is something I'd like to buy, and I might have splurged if I hadn't done that on the Eagle Eye Goggles yet. Then I came to here and thought, you know, the Jagged Sword would be great. The Long Spear would be interesting. The Battle Axe could be a good option for her instead of the Long Spear, though. And then Poison Dagger. So there's some options here. Of course, I can't afford any of them. And Boots of Striding, I thought about. Boots of Speed, I don't know about that. The Boots of Speed could be a good thing for him because some of his abilities aren't fast enough. And I feel like we could go faster with Boots of Speed. But I don't know if I like that idea as much. Winged Shoes also is a good idea too, so I don't know. And then there's a couple other ideas here, but I could take like another stamina potion. The minor mana potion could be a good idea too. I could even just give him a healing potion. I think I'm gonna stick with this, save up this money, just need like a couple more, and then a lot of options open up. So I'm gonna stick with this, and I'm not gonna give him a blessing either. Let's finally jump into the plane of night. Nope, that's not where we're going. Where is it? The Sacrifice Pit. Although that other place looked like a great place for Erebus. So, this is a side quest. Sacrifice Pit. Whatever this cult is up to, you should probably end it. Kill all enemies and stop the sacrifice. So what we've got here are bandit archers, bandit guards, black imps. I don't think we've seen these yet. They are very similar to the forest imp in that they have the same abilities. All right, they don't have the same health, movement, attack, or range. None of that is the same. But they use the same abilities. So if the forest imp heals and gains shield or curses or poisons, the black imp does the same exact thing, but those plus and minus modifiers on the ability, like a +2 move, is now added, of course, to the black imp instead. Cultist. And a cultist and its victim. A health of 26, movement of 3, attack of 0. It's immune to mobilize, push, pull, and stun. So we can't move it around or keep it from moving. But we can wound and poison. This, I assume, is kind of... It doesn't say that it's a boss of any kind, but I assume that maybe that health is the victim. We're gonna have to see about this. So we're jumping into a pit. It wasn't the pit that we first imagined, was it? But Erebus joined, and this is his calling.
Could this be the lair of the Ravens? Little is known about their motives, except that their machinations cannot be good for the city. They've been blamed for multiple kidnappings within Gloomhaven, and some even believe they're responsible for the local demon attacks. Who knows if the city guard could handle whatever is beyond the threshold of this ramshackle building? It's best if you deal with these villains yourself. You step inside the unassuming structure and see a set of stairs in the corner leading down. Doing your best to remain silent, you make your way into an expansive basement made of blood-spattered stone and littered with bones. You are not supposed to be here. A group of guards appear at the far end of a long hallway. You will not stop the sacrifice. The Ravens will feast on your corpse.
Oh, will they? On the contrary, my friend. Professional or executioner? We might be able to use executioner on a black imp. Professional, use your... Oh, I mean, that's pretty simple for her to do. Purist, use no items. Screw that. Pacifist. That fits him a little bit better than not using his items. That would be ridiculous. All this stuff I would just have to put away and try not to use it. Zealot or hoarder? Zealot. We might not be able to get it, but I think that'll be an easier task than hoarding 5 loots in this one episode. I would like to do that for Erebus. I want him to get some money, but we've lost our loot vacuum cleaner, so we have to find another way of looting, particularly for everybody, you know. So anyway, let's do this. Round 1. So what do we have here? We came down these steps. We found 1 elite bandit guard, 2 normals, and then 2 normal bandit archers back there. Then a door to... Oh, and this thing. Wonderful. Then a door to the left, up ahead, down the hallway, to a large room, which might be connected to this. We'll have to see, but there could be just a doorway here, so I'm going to start off with Erebus, our Night Shroud. He's going to prepare for the kill using that move 2 and infusing darkness into Wings of Night to attack 1 and go invisible. And I'm hoping here that 26 is fast enough for our Tinkerer Hephaestus that it goes before all of them, in particular these 3 at least. But I'm going to bring him, Erebus, over to here, and then Hephaestus is going to use Tinkerer's Tools for a stun trap and gas canister for another trap. He can lay down 2 traps right here. If we have invisible Erebus right here, then both of, well, this guy and potentially one of these guys, or maybe just these 2, will have to step onto those traps. Since we're in a corridor like this, I like using traps a lot more, and this is really good that we have Hephaestus, and we've taken Cast Canister for that reason. Finally, we'll be going with Electrona Empowering Command for the top ability. For Erebus, I need to remember this new name, and then Illuminate the target for an attack of 6. And if it works that I can go the other way, then I'll do this instead and then that. So it just depends on who's standing where and what's going on. Let's see what they're doing. Ah, of course they're not moving. Okay, well, we've got some traps back there too. That's great too. So I think there's going to be some traps popping up back here. Man, well, that's okay. We can stand right there anyway. We can put those traps out and we can wait for the next round anyway. So let's move out. It would have been nice if they, you know, if they moved up immediately, but it's okay. You know what I didn't do is I didn't talk about his abilities or his modifiers that I purchased for him, or the perks, that is. So I'll try to go over that real quickly here. First is one of his perks is that you gain a -1 with a infused darkness, and then another one, you can do that twice, and then you can also do remove the -1 with the darkness to add a +1 with darkness. So this one here, this ability or attack modifier card, I needed to spend 2 perks to do it, but I really like doing that by, you know, you put the -1 and then immediately remove it, because getting darkness infused is, the way that I play anyway, is extremely important, and I think that's important for most ways of playing Erebus, or sorry, the Night Shroud. So that took 2 perks. I had another one, I think Concentrate, I think is what it's called. You remove 2 -1s. That's like the classic one to go with for most. And then the 4th one went into, you take no negative scenario effects, and it also added 2 +1s to his modifier deck. So we'll be seeing more +1s. I've removed some -1s, and then we have another +1 that will surprise us with infusing darkness. So that should be enough. Okay. Okay, they will both be attacking him because he is going first. Well done. They're throwing some more traps out for us too. Alright, let's get through that. So I'm thinking of putting the stun on this side. So the one that's stunned is the one that the only target would be him. So I'll put the stun on this side so that this one moves in. Maybe if I go earlier with the Sunkeeper, then we'll have we'll make sure to do it that way so that this one will target her instead of anybody else. Okay. Now, of course, the major thing here is that they need to move into them. If they just keep doing that, then we won't be seeing them move into this. So, and it's kind of now a problem because we've got a whole lot of traps, and all the enemies in between, we can't get to them unless they finally do move toward us. So that should be good. They are all blocked together though, so we could just, you know, start doing some AoEs with Hephaestus. So the one thing I love about these 2 cards here is I can use the top and the bottom of either of them. So I wanted to use this, and I mean, this would have been fantastic if I could have gone through both. But because I'm not making an attack, what I can do, I can still do this and just strengthen both of them for their next turns, and still have him make this attack of 4. Or I can have him make an attack of 6 and just give him 2 cards back. And I think I'm going to do it that way instead. The 2 cards that I used for Erebus, Prepare for the Kill and Wings of Night. I like both of them, so we can use them again immediately. And we'll just have him make another attack. A much stronger attack, that is. Do we want Eagle Eye Goggles on this? I don't know. Let's go for a normal attack. Let's just not... I'm not going to use this. I'll wait for another time, I think. Fantastic. Well, we've already pulled that. Okay, great. Great. Round 2. We're going to be starting off with Electrona this time. Righteous Strength and Daybreak. We're going to throw some blessings onto our new friend Erebus there. Then Erebus is going to be attacking at 29 with Grim Sustenance. That'll be an attack of 4 and then going back invisible. Ooh, so I don't want to be going invisible twice, do I? Okay, so I'm going to go for Spirit of the Night really late here at 84. And hoping that they move out of the way. Really hoping for this. I don't know how much I like the idea of hope, though. Because then I can use Prepare for the Kill to move back here and take one of them out immediately with Spirit of the Night. But I need them to move. I need at least... Well, I need both of them to move. I don't want to be walking through this trap with him. Yeah. It is only a damage 3. But... if that's the case, I might... Okay. Then, I have at 73 here. Toxic Bolt and Disorienting Flash. I think what I might do instead is... I'm going to get Hook Gun. Just in case. Just in case one of them doesn't move, and then I can pull somebody away to make that happen. So, I'm hoping I don't need to use this, but I don't know what else to use, so we'll go with this. Okay, good. I mean, they're moving. It's unfortunate now, but maybe we can figure out something else to do here. So they're going to be attacking 2 and immobilizing. They're all going to be attacking her, so... I mean, that's fine. Let's bless. And then we can skip our movement to bless Erebus again. They've got to know that he's standing there, right? I mean, he moved up and then disappeared, but... Perfect. Perfect. We have her. Electrona is taking very minimal damage here. And he's stunned. That's awesome. And now I can't actually use that. Okay, undo. What we're gonna do here is I'm gonna move back. And the point to this is that I can pull this guy back, maybe even kill him. But at least this way he's moved out of the way. And if he dies, then great. Okay. He's dead anyway, but it's best that I had that backup plan. So now we can move up with the Night Shroud up to here, bringing in some darkness, and then we're going to kill a normal target. We'll make that you. I know I could have moved back here and killed you, but you're already controlled, and I can stun you again, so I'm not too worried about you. And I can also just use my major stamina potion right now to get it back. I've already infused darkness again, although it's not showing up right now, but I've infused darkness again with prepare for the kill for that move, so I can bring it back in, kill you, and then move on again. 1, 2, 4, 6, 7. I mean, I'm not too worried about this guy, honestly, so I think I'll be fine. I'll be fine. Yep. Okay, round 3. So we're gonna start off with a Feistus this time with a stun shot. To stun this guy, I'd rather not have him attack, and since you can't move, you know, we'll just protect her a little bit. He's already stunned. And so stun shot and then a move 4 to start 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess get out of the way. I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, there's not really much space up there, so maybe we don't need. Or I use this 1, 2 to disarm. That sounds like a better idea. And then toxic bolt, we can either attack this guy or this guy. We'll attack somebody, or maybe we can even just attack back there. We'll see what's going on. Then 23 Sunkeeper Electrona with mobilizing axiom right there, and unwavering mandate to, since you can't move, we'll use that heal. And then at 28 Smoke Step to consume darkness, move 3, attack 4, and Grim Sustenance for a looting action. I was really contemplating on using this, but I do have that major stamina potion if I really want to get this back. But I think with the enemies we have here, just looting is probably going to be enough. So we'll see that. Retaliate, retaliate. Wonderful. Huh. Okay, and then this attack again, that jerk. Is that a retaliate 1 or it's a retaliate 2? Okay. Yeah. So I'm wondering now. I think I'm still gonna go for what I wanted to do. This time I'll throw the poison here. Get through one of those shields. Now let's move up a little bit. And since we probably won't be killing you this round, we'll disarm you for the next. You have an even amount of cards, so I'll keep that potion for later. I don't really know if this is a great idea, but I'm gonna do it anyway. It's just retaliate 2. Alright. And in that case, I'll just heal myself. There. Okay. Well, what we'll do is loot. 6 gold, that's good. We'll use this, and we've also infused again. And I'd like to move around her. Wherever we go, we're going to be stuck. So maybe I don't. Maybe I do want to back up to you. And then we'll make our attack against this guy instead of you. And then I'll be stuck here, but at least I can just go invisible in the next round anyway. So we'll do it that way. Or should I go? No. I was wondering about the eagle eye goggles, because we've got a couple of those in there. Well, we'll see what we get. That's good. I mean, 4 damage is still good. I'm going to hold off on this. I think what I'm going to do, since I have an odd number of cards, we'll just go And then in the next round, I think we'll be fine. Then I'll be able to use this and have an even number of cards again. I mean, I could take it now. It's fine, but I'm just gonna hold off. Although I do have darkness again. No, we'll hold off. I got an idea with that. Round 4. We're going to start off with Erebus here. Dancing Shadows to infuse darkness again. Okay. All attacks targeting you this round gain disadvantage. That'll help. We're going to use Armor of the Night. Attack 4 and heal himself for 4. Yeah. That's just perfect. I think that's going to be great for him to stay healthy. And we'll be consuming as well and infusing. Now, I did think, I could make an attack and just go invisible, but I think it's fine. We'll stick with this. Then Hephaestus, we're gonna go stun shot and dangerous contraption. We'll figure out who to stun, but then we'll start getting toward that door. And Electrona, tactical order for that movement, and Path of Glory for a major attack against you. So they're going to be strengthening themselves. Let's see if you're even going to be alive. I'm going to use this time, and oh, the heal. Okay, I was wondering when that was going to pop up, but we're making the attack, and then the second action is heal self. So I don't need to use the attack in order to heal. Okay, so we'll go with this. Confirm target. Fantastic. And that's another bandit, by the way. We're looking for bandits and cultists. That's 2 bandits that he's taken out already. So we'll go for that heal, sure. And we'll consume, or not consume or confuse. Infuse. Now, who do we want to stun? Got you again? This is ridiculous. Oh, great. Just back over to here. Yes. And I forgot that he's actually disarmed, so we don't have to worry about him all that much. We'll use this and this. Well, guess what? He might be able to make the killing blow to get 1 more bandit anyway, so that's what we'll end up doing. It's gonna run away. Not really want to run away, but let's get to the door. I've been standing back here for too long. Okay. Bandit archer. Bandit guard. And he's strengthened for the next turn. So, how shall we do this? I mean, I guess I can go for something like hammer blow for the move 4 and defensive stance. Maybe we want to just open the door now, but then we'd have to rest while we're all standing in there. So what are we looking like in here? You've got 2 healing cards and 2 semi-earlies too. So what we can do is that we'll walk in, we'll have her just kind of walk in and tank the hits, and if we need to heal, we've got a heal 3 and a heal 4 here. We can take 2 turns to have her heal. So I'm okay with that. We'll go late. And we'll grab this heal 3 with that jump move 4, so that if she does take a hit, we can do this, and then we'll have a better chance of healing her for more later too. So, okay. As for you, we just need to take you out, but that's going to be easier said than done at this point. So what I might do is just say, like, leave you behind. We'll go invisible. Go invisible, and or maybe I'll do like move 3 and curse and go invisible that way. And I'll just make the attack against her. I guess I'm not making any attacks on her though, am I? I could make this attack 4. Yeah, we'll do it that way. We can make that attack and then walk in. Okay, well, there's no... I'm glad that they're not immobilizing us anymore. A move 4. Crazy. Okay, well, anyway. We'll move over to here. Or you know what? That's even better. Let's move to here. This guy's just gonna go jump on that. That sounds like a good idea. What we'll do is... we'll move to here. Curse you. Curse you! And then we'll make a tiny little attack. Just a little, tiny little poke. Didn't even feel it. It was just like, what? What just happened? Go invisible. We've got this obstacle here. Invisible, so we're another obstacle. So that means he's going to walk up to here and die. And we'll take that tiny little scratch. Great. I mean, it's unfortunate that that's not a kill for the Night Shroud. We are not going to be able to do everything like that, so... Now I'm wondering if I should... I mean, maybe what I could do is just this, right? Let's open the door first.
You burst through the door at the end of the hallway and see a naked man in chains kneeling in the center of the room. Around him are many figures in dark robes.
There he is.
Get him up! Get him to the altar! One of the figures yells as he moves towards the prisoner. The rest of you deal with these intruders. Once our Dark Master feeds on the innocent blood, our unwelcome guests will be destroyed by his power.
So what's happening here? These are closed doors. It says, stop the sacrifice. Move 3. Is he going to be moving toward that door? Those doors. And I almost want to run in. I feel like running in and dealing damage. What are they going to do? Move 3 and curse. Oh, they're doing that still. Come here. Move 3, attack 1. Okay, so there you've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 potential damage, of course. Doesn't mean that's all going to land. And then you. I assume you're going to go 1, 2, 3 toward these doors, but... Okay. Oh, okay. Here it is. The cultists and victim act at 99 initiative, moving toward the altar and opening doors if need be. If they reach the altar, the scenario is lost? Oh. Never mind. I guess we're going in, aren't we? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So it doesn't matter if I stand over here or anywhere else. I guess we're just... If I stand here, then it's going to walk around that way. 1, 2, 3, 4. So actually, if I... Let's see here. You're going to be coming in 1, 2, 3, 4. He could stand here, and she could move back there. And that's going to make it so that he has to go 1, 2, 3, or like move around us. That's going to slow him down for a little bit. But we're going to have to figure out a way to make sure that he doesn't open that door. Man, this would have been great right here, but I do want to be standing right there. And we're going to be taking a long rest. I don't think we will now. I don't think it's a good idea to take a long rest at this point, because we need to keep him occupied. Man, I definitely should have stayed here for that rest. Oh well. That makes me want to take this now, so that in the next turn we are dealing an advantage major attack if possible. Okay. Well, they're just all gonna pull zeros, aren't they? Good. Thank you. Okay. So, I could make a major attack right here with this ink bomb instead. But that puts me over here, and I'd really like to stand right there. So, I'm gonna do this now. And we're gonna heal you up a bit, as per my original plan. I don't know what to do here. Obviously, now you're too far away to help this. I can't take a long rest. I just can't. Burn tactical order, I guess so. So we definitely want to be doing something like this, but we want to be like over here. Maybe what we can do is something like this for some shield, Path of Glory to go straight through them. And we need a short rest with you. And I might take a short rest with you, because I don't need, like, either of these cards would be too helpful. Yeah. I'm thinking, like, Dangerous Contraption. What's a good way to... Traps. Okay, I think I figured something out here. Something interesting. We need to stop this guy from walking through here, right? I said traps, and I still like the idea of traps. But if I just block these three right now, then he's gonna have to go 1, 2, 3, but he can't stand here. I mean, she could walk away, right? So, what I'm gonna do is stand in all 4 of these hexes, or put something there. Dancing Shadows for a move 3 attack, and Doomed Breeze for a move 3. Now, I was considering to use this. I might still be able to use that. And, yeah. Now, the problem here is, I guess I could curse instead of make the damage. I'm going to have to make that choice, but I need to move 6. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then I can hit him or something. Then 18, Righteous Strength. For a move 3, the shield is more important. And Path of Glory for an attack of 5, 6 at advantage right through here, standing here. Okay? So now we've stood here. And we're standing here. Last is the Tinkerer, Hephaestus, net shooter for a move of 1, 2, 3. Okay. And dangerous contraption to put right there. And this way, now I have at least a fourth being or attacker on the field. Now this means that this could move away, and that might be a problem. Because if she's standing here... Alright, so they would have to go 1, 2, 3, something like that. Okay, this is how it's going to work. They're summoning some bones. Great. And that's some major damage. Major damage. Alright. I think I'm more interested... I think I'm more interested in the curse at this point. So we're going to move 3. And then move 3 to here. Now we can curse this guy, which is, you know, cursing everybody. And I'm hoping that that's going to be coming up soon, because an attack of 5, 9, 13... Oh man, there's another one right there! Okay. I mean, there's a lot going on here. This is actually going to help us by blocking too, and they summon in some living bones and stuff, but if I could just stand between this and the door, I might actually be able to do some good work here. I don't think I want to bring those 2 cards in. Oh, when I took his... So I took short rest here and here. And here. These are the cards that I went with. A move 4 is not all that necessary, so I was okay with losing that. Restorative Mist... Maybe we don't have time to heal, and Grim Sustenance, which is a total bummer, but it's better than losing Spirit of the Night. So I had to take a hit for that to save Spirit of the Night, because I'm hoping that this might actually come in handy. We'll just see. Yes. Okay. Skip the movement. We'll take that. That might be helpful. And now Path of Glory with Consuming Light and a Spear. It says advantage. I feel like there's one way to click these and it doesn't work. Okay, it did work. And we also brought in... Oh, and this one's going to die too. Which is okay. Which is somewhat okay. It's going to summon and then die, so... You know what? It's not going to at all. Interesting. You'll see here in a minute. Let's heal. Let's definitely heal. Yep. A lot of damage coming in. We do have the see here. We do have the ring too, so perfect. Okay. That shooter. No. Okay. Hey! I will take that. And I will use that. Ouch. But we've spread out a little bit of that damage, so it's okay. Oh, yep, okay. I forgot that space would be open. There. I wasn't not too excited about it moving away, but at least this way, look, we've left this space open, or if we move away now, then it's going to have to come back. So we have to be careful about how this is going to work too. So round 7. Alright, we're going to be starting off again with Erebus. Prepare for the kill. Let's get darkness infused. Wings of night. Let's go invisible. Where that's going to be, I don't know yet. Whoops. And then Hephaestus, Toxic Bolt, and Disorienting Flash. I'm going to be burning this for that attack of 5, and I'm going to be going after you. You better believe it. And Disorienting Flash to get a couple people, a couple enemies stunned. Because there could be a ton of damage here. And then Mobilizing Axiom to get light infused again. I do have it here, but Unwavering Mandate, let's get some more health back here. So a little bit of health for you maybe, a little bit of health for me. Let's see it. They're going to be throwing some traps down. That's not too bad, just a couple damage there. So let's think about where we want this guy to stand. If I move up to here, okay, then it will still move this way. Yeah, okay, I'm seeing a problem here now. Because it's going to go 1, 2, and then it's going to open that door. So we've already failed. Not really, but what I could do instead is, instead of making that attack with Hephaestus, is Hephaestus could move up to here. That would block this, but then he could go 1, 2, 3 to there instead. So if I stand here right now, and then Hephaestus moves up to here, and what? And then this is going to move either here or here, depending on where I place you. So let's stand here now. I guess if I stand here, let's make the wall like this. Right? But I want to pick up some loot. Okay. Let's go pick up some loot. We'll make an attack. I guess it does not matter at all, but we'll make this attack. Because you're going to make an attack from here. Okay, I mean, that's great. We'll go invisible now. Great. Now, do I want any of these cards now? I don't think so. Well, you just unscrewed me. So my plan is now a bit hurting, so we need to just be killing rapidly here. We're dealing damage rapidly, I mean. Ah, that was cool. Healed them right back up again. Wasn't even thinking about something like that. Okay, well, let's do this. I'm gonna use this, and I might as well use this and just make a major attack against this, right? I like it, right? Let's make sure that it's one more. There we go. We'll use this, and I will even stun you. What? And you're stunned. And I will get you and you. Well, that's pretty good. That worked out pretty well, I think. So we have 3 enemies stunned. Unfortunately, this guy's gonna 1, 2, 3 it right through there. But maybe I can kill him before. Maybe. Can't promise. It would have to be this. And I'm not seeing it happening, but... Eh, a little bit of healing. I like it. A little bit more healing. A little bit more healing. Of course he can do all that. Perfect. Not so perfect here. Oh my good God, what is this? Luckily, most of them can't reach, but man, is this gonna hurt. I do have to say that we're pretty close to killing him anyway, but we have to kill all the enemies still. Oh yeah, we'll do that. Round 8. So I guess we would have to open these doors anyway, but look at all of this trash. I'm gonna be honest here. I do not know how I'm going to deal with this and this. I didn't see, but I'm sure it said like kill all enemies, right? It's always said kill all enemies. Are these part of the all enemies, or until that door's open, they're not part of the all the enemies? I don't know. We'll see later, but I'm gonna try and control as much as I possibly can right now with stun shot and disintegration beam, a disarm and a stun from Hephaestus, then the Night Shroud, going with 23 Armor of the Night to get the shield up, and Spirit of the Night to kill this guy. That should help out with some of the incoming damage on this side, including with you, Battlebot. And then Empowering Command and illuminate the target. I'm not sure if that's really what I want to do. It is. I'm going to go with the top ability here and then the bottom ability here so that I can maybe kill you and have him go for this attack and hopefully deal enough damage to take it out. All we want is anything up here except for those two. That is all I'm asking for this attack of 4. I guess we need it to make we need it to be a +1. But yeah, and then he'll be strengthened too, and you'll be strengthened for the next. I mean, they just do a stupid amount of damage. I don't even care to look at all this crap. There's too much going on here. Okay. I think I want to keep one of you guys from making an attack. I guess it's just an attack 2 with poison, but it's range 4, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, see, even these two are going to be getting in on this. Well, I guess I'll try this. Yeah, wonderful. I don't want you to be doing that right now, but... And then we'll have you stop from attacking. Oh boy. I definitely want to bring in another card. I was thinking Disintegration Beam, but I really want Like these two have less than, or have 5 or less, but nothing else really does either. I guess this one does too, but I want to bring it back knowing that I'll be able to use it immediately, so. And now maybe I take this now again. So let's do this. We'll take Spear of the Night back again, so I can use this immediately. And I'll do Doomed Breeze to throw a curse in somewhere. Okay. Thanks, buddy. Alright, we'll make this attack here. He was stunned first, so it won't matter. Oh, good hit. Oh. Strengthening them first. Got it. Now. Here we go. Can we do it? Yes, we can. And we even healed along the way. That is wonderful. Did we? Doesn't look like we did. So you're dead. Like, what am I supposed to do here? Burn a card. Hook gun. Everyone here is going to be hitting you. Oh, you were stunned. Wow, you're saved. 4 now. 4 now. Okay. Round 9. I'm just not seeing this at all. I think if I have to do this again, you know, make sure that she's dead before we continue on, because she's just wreaking havoc on us back here. Kill you, wait, and then open this door. Do the same thing I did before, but try to kill everybody in here too. And then, if I need to, I open up this door and try to find a way to deal like AoE damage, stunning. I was using up cards too quickly here. I didn't realize what was behind this door. This is too much. Too much. Alright, round 9. Boy. Okay, well, it's not looking good here. But we're starting off with no. Erebus here. The Doomed Breeze for a move 3 curse, and then Spirit of the Night to kill an adjacent normal. It might be one of these. I'd like to get away from this door, so I'm thinking one of these, and that's it. Run away and do that. And add a curse. Then for Feistus, heal himself, which is just going to get rid of that poison, and then Ink Bomb to get away from this mess. And then, of course, Electrona, Dazzling Charge for some more heal, and Defensive Stance to just brace herself. Man, okay. Well, these guys do need to go. So what we'll do is that. And skip. Oh, yep, curse. And then we will kill you. BattleBot's turn. BattleBot's probably dead after this too. I mean, I'd love to use this too, but I guess he could like move back here. But I'd want to be using that, you know. Well, I learned a lot here. I think what I'm gonna have to do though is my idea. We can pick up some loot maybe while we're sitting here. So we just have Tinker's tools. We'll use this now. It's unfortunate, like I didn't get to use my strengthen that I'd like to use, but I kind of need to be... I need to be keeping him alive instead of just standing up here taking damage, so... Take a stun shot. And it came down to that one cultist that moved into the place that I needed to be, and it didn't work because of that. I'm gonna blame him, that one cultist. I didn't take that much damage. Oh, I say that. Yeah, here we go. Jeez. Daybreak's gone. Hey, that popped up just in time. That's good. I mean, remove the poison, that wonderful poison here, and shield? I'm not liking that idea anymore. I'm thinking we back up. Let's get away from this mess. I wanted to use that, but I also don't want to be just standing right in front of that door. Of course, this. Well, round 10. We're going to be seeing Erebus going first, Cloak of Shade, and Smokestep, because I can't have him take a short rest like I'm doing with these two. Righteous Strength for a shield and unwavering mandate. I don't think that's what I'm going for here. I think I'm going for this and that heal. Try and heal up a bit, because everything that's in here is stuck, okay? So luckily we've got that. The problem is that they can all heal up again, so it's gonna take some time if we can do it at all, but we need to be able to use these doors to our benefit. Like stand here and whatever pops through here, we kill it. That's kind of the way that I'm gonna have to think. So from here, no, well, they can see from here, can't they? That means you can too. But nothing else. So these four can see right to this hex, but nothing else is going to see that. So maybe even here, yeah, I don't know. Okay, well, let's bless you and heal up a bit, and then stun shot and Tinker's tools. Yeah, see, now they're shielding up and healing. They're healing too. Great. More traps and heal. Jeez. At least we don't have any damage coming in this time. Alright, it's finally our turn here. So who are you? What are you going to be doing? Attacking for 2 and throwing a trap down. So you'd be putting a trap right here, wouldn't you? Yes, you would. And if I make you back up, then you're gonna put a trap right here. Well, if that's the case, then you're not gonna do anything, but you're gonna put a trap down, which is actually okay. I'm okay with that, because if that's the case, then that's one more space that they're gonna have to step on. But man, I'm not seeing it here. Just not seeing this. Yeah, because he's gonna be going out. So let's do this. Oh, goodness. Dying here, guys. We're dying. Alright. Round 11. So we have to take some long rests here. Luckily we don't take anything from you, and they're all too far away probably to do too much. But basically empowering command to get a couple more cards back for the Night Shroud, which I'm seeing now is like not really a great idea. So we'll go for Dazzling Charge and then illuminate the target. I'm going to go a little earlier than that though, for an attack of 6 potentially against you, and then heal. Yeah, they're gonna just sit back there. This is a problem, but there's not a lot of damage coming from everybody else. Oh man, no. Okay. Okay. A 5 damage. I guess I should have had her maybe maybe I should have had her, as I was going late, like don't just heal up, maybe make an attack, but just go later, and then wait for things to come near. But of course I don't know when that's going to happen, if it's going to happen, that kind of a thing. Let's have you actually, the problem is you could die, so I don't want to make an attack against you. Yeah, so you can't kill more than 3 monsters. That's just probably not going to happen, but we'll have it go on a little bit longer. Alright, it's over. It's over. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't even know if I want to continue this one at this point. Now I see what's behind the door, and I think I'd rather just just call it. I don't think having a hard time with this. I don't know. Let's see what more I can do, I guess. Alright, Dancing Shadows, gone. Although that would have been actually a really good card, now that I think about it. That bottom ability would be really good. Traps are still pretty decent, but I think that one's gonna have to go. Because I need him just burning cards like crazy right now. Ink Bomb for like this would be a good hit. Or Net Shooter for a group that might do a lot of damage. I also need to just be absolutely destroying them, but let's get through this quickly, I guess. Round 12. I'll keep going. The hope is gone, but I'll keep going. First is a Vice this. I guess I'm not going to be burning any cards this round. I've been rethinking things here. Let's use Net Shooter for Immobilize. For you. Hoping that you just stay back there. I don't have to worry about you. And then Reinvigorating Elixir to heal you up for 4. That'll double your health. And then Armor of the Night and Wings of the Night. Again, let's shield. We don't really need the shield then, do we? Let's go for Prepare for the Kill first. We'll do a move 2, and then Wings of the Night to go invisible, but we're also bringing in Darkness. I don't know if that's really the best idea, but I also don't want you to be taking a lot of damage. And then Empowering Command and Hammer Blow. That way we can be attacking all of this all at once. They're still pulling this. This is really annoying. This is bad. Because that means wherever we land, we have to stay. This is a lot of poison. And they're going to be hitting a lot of us. Yeah, this is bad, guys. This is just bad. You can only move 1, so maybe I want to move back here. And I'm going to use this as an attack against you. Oh, a ×2, yippee-doo. This way, this guy's not going to be able to move and attack, and you won't either. They can all move 1, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, see? I don't know. It's not feeling good. It wasn't feeling good for a long time, but I guess what I should do here is I'm wondering, they would all be attacking him if I moved up, and they're all just kind of like, it's just a move 1, so you wouldn't have to move, is what I'm trying to figure out here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Somehow, I mean, okay, I guess you're seeing it. You could move to here, but you wouldn't see anybody. And then this whole group is blind to all of us. So I guess this one could move to here. Yep. And if I move up, then you're just going to be attacked anyway, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're just gonna have to move back here, I guess. I'll move to here. I'm gonna heal you up, Tinkerer. Because you're gonna be taking an attack from her anyway. I'll take it. Okay. Now they're stuck. Which is semi-okay. I knew it! Why? Why did you have to go ahead and kill him? I guess I didn't have to use my, yeah, let's use that. I didn't need to use my, Shoot, she's dead. Strength in effect. I don't know what to say here. I guess she's not, because these two won't be attacking either. Nope. Alright. Alright. I don't know what to say here. Part of me is just A-okay with leaving this because I just cannot be dealing that much damage with this group. I don't see it happening. He's almost gone anyway, so I mean I could just say screw it and go for something like this, and make a major attack, but that's one more closer to dead. And you are almost dead too. Losing hope, guys. We're gonna take a long rest with you. And then you... We want to do this. I mean, I could go for the Spirit of the Night. But maybe I kill you and then I can be the... Oops. Let's do that. Oops. Alright. There's too much damage coming from them. And them, too. Yep. I'm doing it. I've taken one out. Muddled you, I guess. Can't move. Attack of 4. Sure. What? I could do this. But I need to do this first. Let's make this attack, I guess. There's not much more I can do. We'll do the heal. They're gonna be the new target here. Unless they can... No. I mean, it's over. Alright. It's, I've had enough, I guess. So, we'll end it. Sunkeeper's exhausted. I'm not seeing how I'm supposed to be dealing this much damage. It's too late here. So, we are abandoning this and we will try again. Alright, there's our defeat. This is a tough scenario. I don't think I've ever seen this scenario. I think I would have remembered a scenario such as this. So I don't think I've come across... Like, I remember the ravens in general, but I don't remember this particular scenario. So this is definitely a learning curve here. And I don't think I'm going to attempt this again tonight, unfortunately. So what I'm going to do, let's return to the map and I'll take a think about this. Well, he's killed 3 bandits or cultists, off to a start at least. And our heads are held low. So I'm going to skip the city encounter here. Yeah, so I've put some thought into this, and I hate to end an episode like this with 1 attempt and 1 loss, but it's already a fairly long episode anyway. And I just kind of run out of time, and that's what it is. Life kind of gets in the way from time to time, and it's okay. So that's where we're just going to have to leave it. I will make that attempt very soon. I don't like that one is undone, and Erebus is very angry about this. Now, the fact that maybe they've just found another sacrifice and another lead cultist that we're going to go in and take on, so there's somewhat an okay element of returning to that in the story anyway. And I'm still very interested in collecting our payment from here. So yeah, and both of these are just going to be weird side quests. I'm kind of interested to seeing who made these side quests, but that's where we're going to have to call it for today. So my apologies for ending yet another episode with a downer, but this one even more so than before because we're just making this one attempt, but bringing in Erebus took in quite a bit of time, and I'll even plug in at the end of this episode in about 1 minute or less the level up for Ate, where she reached level 8, and I have a tiny discussion about the card as per usual that I chose and why. And it's a pretty cool card that I got to use in my last attempt, my victorious attempt in the Oozing Grove. And you might have seen it if you look closely enough. You might have seen which card it was, which ability. So anyway, it's a bit of a weird episode, but an episode at that. And we can make some progress in the coming episodes. So, as always, thanks for stopping by. I hope to see you next time. So I put out the vote, and it was much closer than I thought it was going to be. Actually, I thought it was going to be a shoo-in vote, and that was not the case. We're looking at at the time that I'm recording this, of course, 48% of the 33 votes said, let's continue on. And 52% said, let's get back to Gloomhaven for Ate's psych evaluation, meaning her level up, obviously. So, we're going to head back to Gloomhaven. We will take care of all of the necessities there, and then we will return back to the Vermling Nest to jump into the pit for payment due. There's our 5th out of the 6 for thin places for Ate. So now we can level her up. We'll do that immediately. Level 8. Stiletto Storm. So this is an even better flurry of blades. Meaning, for that top attack ability. Attack 2, range 3, targeting 4. Instead of targeting 3, sorry. But the bottom ability is move 4 and retaliate 1 for herself. And that's interesting in a way because I don't put her in that situation to be attacked very often, particularly in melee. Though she does, it happens from time to time. But for me to say, okay, I'm going to be doing this purposefully to put her in a position for retaliate, I'm not sure how often that's going to happen. So let's see what the other level 8 ability is. Pain's End, heal 8 for the top ability, only for herself, and that does burn. So if I get her in a very bad position, that might be a good ability for her to regain almost, well, I guess it would be about 50% of her health. I can't see that at the moment, but about 50% of her health. And initiative 38, the other initiative of 80, so another late card, unfortunately. But 38 is a good one for her because we are allowing her to go early following somebody else. Because typically, 6, 4, 3, not many classes can go earlier than that. So 38 gives her that opening so that somebody else can do something before her, like move into position, where then I can use something like flanking strike afterwards, right? The bottom ability is move 3, kill one adjacent anybody. It could be normal or elite. Though I don't think that would be a boss. I don't know. Or a named enemy. Typically these don't go... We'll have to think about that. But kill one adjacent enemy whose current hit point value is equal to or less than 3. So we could walk up, kill a pretty weak enemy. Maybe it's a forest imp with 8 shield and it has 3 or less health and we just want to get rid of it. This is a very great ability. Plus, obviously, we could use this in tandem with Visage of the Inevitable in a very repeatable way. So typically, it can't be that this enemy for Visage of the Inevitable cannot be adjacent to another enemy, but it has to be adjacent to one of your allies. Pain's End allows you to move up, potentially take out one of those enemies that it's adjacent to, hopefully the only adjacent enemy, and then use Visage of the Inevitable to kill the other enemy, your other target that you'd like to take out. That is huge. Huge. Obviously, we could use it to just take out an enemy and then figure out something else to do. We could go invisible. We can make another attack somewhere else. We could potentially make an attack, get it down to 3 or less health, and then use Pain's End to move around and then kill it too. So there's a lot of potential in the bottom ability of Pain's End. Stiletto Storm, man, that one is such a good top ability, but I don't see using the bottom ability, which makes the top ability even better in my opinion, because I don't have to choose. For Flurry of Blades, I like using this top ability, but I also like using the bottom ability quite a bit too. And I've changed it up a bit where I'm using the bottom ability more than the top ability. So that's cards like this where it has a great top and bottom ability are more tough, in my opinion, to use because you have to choose, although it makes it more flexible as well. So having it go at 3 with a great top ability and a great bottom ability allows that flexibility. And that's why I went with Dark Element here and here, these enhancements. It's a 4. I can either attack or move, and I'm still going to be able to go early, 1, and bring in darkness for her. So for Pain's End, for Stiletto's Storm, we have that great top ability and a move 4 on the bottom. And that's kind of the way I'm going to be looking at it. I'm not sure how I will use that Retaliate. I would probably rather, if there's an enemy that just has 1 health left, I'll probably just end up attacking it instead. Because that Retaliate 1 is not really going to... They're going to be able to attack and then it dies, potentially, if it only had that 1 health left. Pain's End, I'd be able to walk up and it dies immediately. So I think you might be seeing where I'm going to be going with this. I like Pain's End bottom ability. It allows her to just move up, kill something, and then she can kill another enemy or make another major attack too. But Stiletto Storm, that top ability is so good. And then Pain's End allows her to heal, which is really great late in the scenario where she's really low on health. I've put her in a bad situation to for her at least to maybe save Hephaestus and Electrona, because in a lot of episodes I've had Electrona and Hephaestus taking on a lot of damage, and Ate is invisible and doing her own thing. So when it comes to later in the scenario, I have to put Ate up front to save one or both of the other ones. And in this way, Pain's End would bring her back up to full health if I really need it to... I really need her to tank another round or something like that. If it gets to that position, that time where I'm desperate for her to be at full health again, then something's going wrong anyway. But the bottom ability is extremely useful, so I'm going to be taking Pain's End. That was a tough one. I think that's a tough one. But the kill one adjacent enemy, it doesn't have to be adjacent to a friend or not adjacent to an enemy, so it makes it very flexible. And to be able to kill enemies without having to do an attack is even better. Move, an enemy dies, and then I could potentially be killing another enemy, right? So we'll be going with Pain's End on that one, but I don't know what card I'd be getting rid of. It could be Backstab. It is Backstab. Pain's End gives a move 3 regardless. This is a move 6, I like it, but I won't be using this top ability very frequently, if at all, in most of the scenarios. So probably using this bottom ability, just having a move 3 is better than using a card for a move 2 kind of a thing. And this is only ever used as a move 6, in my opinion, until I absolutely need that Backstab. But I don't typically use it for the Backstab anyway. She has plenty of other great attack cards, so I think that's what I'm going to go with. I'll do this. I will continue to think about it. While I'm thinking about it, let's do a city encounter. You're walking across the silent bridge, headed toward the Sleeping Lion to get a quick meal, when you see a quattrel standing in front of a small cart laden with plates of food and curious contraptions. Come try the delicacies of the East, the quattrel barks. Food enhanced with science. Flavors beyond your wildest imagination. I want to say we've done this before. And I want to say that Ate remembers it. Is this... Have we done this before? Yeah. Yeah, exactly. We have done this. You decide to indulge in the unknown to see what the Quattrel's offering. He looks very pleased at your approach and instructs you to inhale a tube of vapors, then take a bite of a bowl full of tiny golden spheres. As the spheres melt in your mouth, the taste mix with your aroma of vapors to create a wonderful experience. At first it sounds very suspect, right? But it kind of sounds like they're doing some sort of drugs. I'm not entirely sure what it is. You're eating tiny golden spheres. Are they pills? And they're smoking something. You pay what you can, but the Quattrel seems solely focused on how much you enjoyed the meal. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what it sounds like, doesn't it? But anyway, I guess a bite from a bowl full of couscous. But it does sound very druggy. All right, we've been blessed for very cheap amount, which is great, and it reminds me that we need to make a stop at the blessing store. But I wanted to see here. I don't think it's gonna show, is it? No, it just says blessed. A blessed character adds a bless. So we just have that one. Okay. Electrana's not going to be able to afford going to the blessing store, but Ate certainly is going to. But let's give her another perk here. I'm thinking we continue with... oh man, what do you think that pit has in store for us? Do you think it's going to have negative scenario effects? I think it will. Is that going to necessarily mean that we need to take this? I mean, it could be just like a 50-50 thing. But if we're jumping down into a pit with Savas and Deep Terrors, there's a chance that there's going to be a negative scenario effect. And if it's a bunch of curses because we had to fall some distance, then we can potentially have her take 0 of them. So we've already done that for Hephaestus. We've already done that for Electrana. I mean, if I was a betting man, resilient. Let's take it, just in case. Because if she gets a bunch of curses and we miss with her, that's going to hurt that scenario quite a bit. I'm actually surprised that I hadn't taken that earlier. She's at level 8 and I never took that. That's pretty rare of me to do that. I probably would have done that a long time ago if I scrolled down and saw that it was there. That might be the reason. So, okay. Well, we do have a bunch of money. Do we have any... Doesn't look like we have any space for her to purchase anything. Is there a reason to get rid of one of these? What do we got? Minor stamina, minor healing, power, and mana. The only thing I can see here is we could buy the major stamina potion and sell off the minor stamina. That would be a good option for her. We wouldn't be able to buy anything else though. We could also just get rid of her minor power potion to give her the stamina potion. Let's do it. You know what? But which one do we get rid of? I think we still keep this one, and we can just really make her... I mean, her first before her first rest, she can take the minor stamina potion and the major stamina potion, and that would give her 2 extra turns before taking a rest. And that would allow her to use one ability card potentially 3 times before taking that first rest. Which would be amazing, right? So I think we want to keep both of them. Let's get rid of the minor power potion. And if that's the case, I mean, I might as well just sell the power potion. I don't really know what else to do with it. Sell power potion. Oh, I see. I was like, no! I thought I did something wrong. Okay, so minor stamina, major stamina, minor healing, and minor mana potion. I think this is a great combination for... I do want to say before we continue on, you can have the minor stamina and a major stamina. You can have a minor healing and a major healing, but you can't have a minor stamina and another minor stamina. So just keep that in mind. You can have as many stamina potions as you want, as long as none of them are equal to each other, or the same thing. So 2 minors or 2 majors you can't have, but you can have a minor and a major. We do have some more gold, and I like the idea. Let's first go here before I forget. So we have 32 gold left, and she can purchase 1 more enhancement. And I love this idea. The problem is that I probably won't be able to afford any of them, because they're all pretty expensive now. I can't even do that. What have I done here? Curse, so that would be 40, and then flanking strike. So I guess I'm just all out of money here. If I had saved a little bit, I guess I could have done this. If I didn't take a stamina potion, that is, maybe I could have, I don't know, put something here, or Flurry of Blades move. I could have afforded that, but I think that stamina potion is going to go a lot further than a +1 move on Flurry of Blades. Even though this is going to be her last one, if and when we do succeed at this. So, I'm actually going to make an attempt at Oozing Grove first, and then I'm going to do Payment Due afterwards.